Hello, and welcome to this demo of Gospel.tech. My name is Gus. I'm going to guide you through building a Kubernetes cluster using the Google Cloud Marketplace to install the Gospel installer, and then running through the installer, what it means, what you get, and then an overview of what it means to have inter-business trust, the fact that you can always verify data reads or attempt to read once you have contractual trust. So to start with, I built a N1 Standard 2 cluster, which is required for our app. Once you've built it here in Kubernetes, you can click on Marketplace, or you can go to Marketplace, Kubernetes apps, or always search in the search bar, because search boxes work on the Google platform. You find our installer. It's going to use the only cluster that I have in this account. And by the way, Google graciously give you $300 for testing when you join. So that's what I'm using right now to test. I'm going to hit deploy, and the Gospel installer is now going to load as a little app inside that cluster. So this might be a good time to actually talk about what it means to have inter-business trust and why it's important. So to demonstrate our technology that we built explicitly so that you can exchange very sensitive data between two organizations through the perimeter of your security. Because inside the perimeter of your business, you have logs, you can trust the things that you've done. But once a message or a file or something is being shared between two businesses, you don't have absolute read receipts, you don't have proof that somebody did something. Or we built this thing to be a data system between two businesses, or 3 or 5 businesses, so that you can ask another business about a customer, you can ask another business about a message being delivered. Your process workflow just has this immutable audit log. So audits take a few seconds versus a couple of days, or especially when government organizations work between each other, it just speeds things up and you don't need triplicate paper. So this is the application that deployed from the marketplace. We're going to use it to kickstart our distributed ledger blockchain application with 3 peers, 3 places where data is stored, and then the machinery to identify people logging in from different places with a certificate, so that all data coming in is encrypted with a certificate. The decryption keys are stored in a very secure way. And then all 3 nodes, in this case, they'll be in one container, but all 3 nodes, usually distributed, need to agree about something happening before it can happen. So that's the basis of why this works. You'll notice here, this application installs a service. We're going to wait for the Google load balance to wake up. That's very lovely. It's already there. So I'm going to click through, and this is the installer. So this is a little Nginx service that asks you, would you like to go live Gospel node? That means if you are a medical data company or anything with very, very sensitive data, you can join a real data sharing network with other businesses, closed, governed by contracts, not a big open network. This is a very specific me sharing data with you. We're not going to build that today. We're going to choose Quick Start Demo, accept the license, and then build a little demo app. And then I'm going to show you the code as well as what you can do with this little demo app. Very definite demo. Do not use this for customer data, please. Okay, so at the moment, a Hyperledger Fabric system with certificate authority and a whole bunch of very, very interesting engineering is building right now for us in our Kubernetes cluster. Let's go. I want to show you what we did. For our investor, Local Globe, we built a little private LinkedIn for people like me who really like Local Globe. And the premise is I send Local Globe an email and saying, whenever you invest in somebody in London, let me know. I want to speak to them. I'd like to be involved. So in this case, I am acting as the Gospel Technology CEO. I've been given access to this private LinkedIn by Local Globe, and this could just as well have been a medical data sharing application in the NHS, where some data, like what you're seeing here, is shared, stuff that's open, and some data is not shared, like my contact detail shouldn't just be on a list, but details about me being a DevOps person, I want to work in London or Oxford, and I'm interested in customers and small teams. So somebody might say, I want access to this person, and request. Now, once you see the code, you'll notice that this app is not actually intelligent at all. There's no state. It doesn't know about the private detail, and it's just hiding it. It literally has no access. So once that's been done, here's me. I'm logging in with my Gospel.tech email address, which I don't care if you see it. Please reach out to me if you need any help. I turned it into a Google login. So in this case, I'm logging in with Google. You could just as well set it up to log in with LinkedIn or log in with GitHub or your local Okta or your Active Directory. It really is up to you. The authentication is outside. The authorization of what I'm allowed to do and what I'm doing right now is governed by the data platform. This data platform that's between the login that requests the data and me logging in with Google. Although it's the same state, it is two different login systems, two domains, two businesses. You'll notice that I'm sharing something like things that make it possible to reach me. Let me save anything I might have changed. Here's the detail that you could verify. I'm a DevOps person. I want to work in London and Oxford, small team, blah, blah, blah. And here is access requests, people asking me for information. So you notice here is information about the person requesting data, which on this side is here, the public information. And I'm going to say, I approve of this access request. And on this side, have a look at what happens. The app knows nothing, something new happens in the state. And here is contact information for me. Fascinating. Very, very simple. This could have been medical data, could have been insurance company between, or insurance detail about me, traveling between AXA and Bupa or the NHS. The fact that applications merely reflect the state and the state is true and encrypted underneath is new. Now that our installer is complete, you can log in to the address given to you at the top and have a look, and remember, ideally keep this. There's a username and password, which even if you use that, you are confronted with this, the opportunity to use the Google Authenticator app. I'm going to skip the sign up for now and log in for the first time into this system that we just booted, into a cluster that we just built. And while that's loading, there is code at Gospel.tech, our organization, TalentDB Gospel Demo. This code includes everything that you need to make your own private LinkedIn, like you saw in our demo. And there's another video explaining what where I show you how to build it, and then ideally to modify it to be an insurance company, medical or finance interbanking system. So now it's up to you. Please have a look at the run through the tour, say hello, understand all the concepts, and with any luck, we'll see you when you've built something that changes your industry. Thank you very much for listening.